You ever stop to question the truths you hold within? Those deeply rooted ideas that seem like part of who you are? What if I told you that at times they are precisely what build the bars of your own prison? I am Socrates, and today I invite you on a journey of self-examination, where we'll uncover how beliefs, even the most cherished ones, can shape and sometimes limit your existence. Prepare to look within, for true freedom lies in recognizing the invisible bonds you yourself have woven. Stay with me until the end, for this conversation can free you from old patterns and open the way to a life of greater clarity. If it touches your soul, please like it, so this message of light can bless more people, and follow so you can continue to receive the blessings I have to give you. My dear friends, the life you perceive is, in large part, a reflection of the lenses through which you observe it. These lenses are your beliefs. From birth, you are bombarded by information, experiences, and teachings that solidify into convictions about yourselves, about the world, about right and wrong. Some of these beliefs are useful, yes, like those that teach you to walk or distinguish hot from cold. But others, those are the ones that deserve your deepest questioning. They are like invisible chains, forged not by blacksmiths, but by repeated thoughts, by truths accepted without examination, by dogmas imposed and internalized. Ask yourselves, are these beliefs truly yours, or merely echoes of other voices? You believe there is a single objective reality, and that your perception of it is the most accurate. A great deception. Reality is filtered by your beliefs, and what you perceive as truth is often just the projection of what you already believe. If you believe you are incapable, your actions will reflect that incapacity, and the world will seem to confirm that belief. If you believe life is a struggle, every challenge will present itself as an endless battlefield. This is the illusion of a single reality, where you become slaves to your own self-fulfilling prophecies. The wise do not seek truth outside themselves, but unmask the internal falsehoods that prevent them from seeing it. The ego, that fragile construct you call I, clings tenaciously to the beliefs that define it. I am like this. I can't do it. I deserve this. How often do you hear this inner voice? This tyranny of I am is the manifestation of your most deeply rooted beliefs, which transform into fixed and immutable self-images. The ego strengthens itself in familiarity, even if that familiarity is limiting or painful. It resists change, for changing beliefs threatens its very existence. But I tell you, you are not your beliefs, you are the observer of them. You are the fertile void from which they arise and to which they can return. Where do these beliefs that imprison you come from? Many are inherited, uncritically accepted from your parents, teachers, and society. Others are born from past experiences, transforming an isolated event into a universal truth. A romantic disappointment becomes the belief that love always brings pain. A failure in a project becomes, I am not good enough. These chains of unconscious origin operate in the shadows of your mind, dictating your reactions, your choices, and your limits, without you even realizing it. The first step towards freedom is to bring to light what was once hidden. When a new experience contradicts an old, deeply ingrained belief, pain arises. Not the pain of the fact itself, but the pain of contradiction. Your mind resists changing the belief, for that requires effort, an internal rearrangement, an admission that you were mistaken. It is easier to reject the new experience or distort it to fit the old belief. This resistance to change keeps you in a vicious cycle, where you reaffirm yourselves in your own mental prisons, even when the truth knocks at your door. To free yourselves, the path is that of Socratic questioning. Just as I did in the public square, confront each of your beliefs with reason and experience. Ask yourselves, is this truly true? Where did this belief come from? Does it serve me? Does it expand or limit me? What evidence do I have to support it? And what evidence do I have to question it? This exercise in self-analysis is like a scalpel, separating what is useful from what is illusory, what is yours from what is imposed. Do not fear doubt, it is the gateway to wisdom. The key to questioning is the practice of intellectual detachment. Your mind clings to thoughts as if they were your very identity, but you are not your thoughts, much less your beliefs. They are merely mental constructs, tools that can be useful or obsolete. Observe your beliefs without identifying with them, without defending them. Imagine them as passing clouds in the sky of your consciousness. Allowing them to arise and pass without judgment is the first step to reclaiming your inner freedom. Many fear abandoning their old beliefs, even if painful, because the unknown, the incognita, is frightening. What remains if I am no longer who I thought I was? This question frightens the ego, which clings to the familiar, no matter how dysfunctional. But I tell you, what remains is not frightening emptiness, but a field of infinite possibilities. The nothing you fear is, in fact, the purity of your essence, free from labels and prejudices. It is the fertile ground for building a new reality, more aligned with your true nature. When you begin to question your beliefs, you realize that much of what you took as absolute truth was, in fact, ignorance in disguise. And therein lies the wisdom of conscious ignorance. By recognizing that you do not know, you open space to learn, to explore, to grow. He who considers himself wise for having all the answers closes himself off to knowledge. He who recognizes his ignorance yet seeks truth opens himself to the universe. This is the true humility of the wise, the starting point for any journey of knowing. Your beliefs are often products of a conditioned past. They tie you to old wounds, to ancient narratives, to a self that no longer exists. Freedom comes when you allow yourselves to live fully in the now, in the only moment that truly exists. The past is gone, and the future has not yet arrived. Only the present is the realm of your freedom. By freeing yourselves from the yoke of beliefs that the past imposed on you, you find profound peace and the ability to shape your present with clarity and intention. When you transcend the identity forged by beliefs, you perceive your unbreakable connection to the true essence that is your pure consciousness. You are the space, the observer, the stage where all beliefs come and go, but you yourselves are none of them. This perception of your essence, unlimited and free, is the source of all compassion, unconditional love, and true empathy. The illusion of separation, created by beliefs that divide you, dissolves, and you realize that you are part of something much larger, interconnected with all existence. Who you are without your limiting beliefs is the very essence of unconditional love for truth. The conditioned mind judges, compares, and places conditions on your own acceptance. But when you silence the noise of old beliefs, the love that arises is pure, without attachment, without expectations. It is the love that simply is, that gives without expecting anything in return, that accepts everything as it is. This love is not a fleeting emotion, but a state of being, a vibration that emanates from your heart when it is free from the ego's shackles and its preconceived truths. Without the thoughts of judgment and resistance to your own flaws and limits, you are capable of practicing radical acceptance of your ignorance. The conditioned mind constantly struggles against reality, wishing things were different, wishing you were different. This causes suffering, but when you detach from rigid beliefs, you surrender to the flow of life, accepting each moment and each lesson as they present themselves. This acceptance is not passivity, but rather a profound peace that arises from non-resistance to reality. Your beliefs can be tools for creativity, but the true source of creativity and innovation resides in the silent space beyond the mind that clings to the known. When you silence mental noise and release limiting beliefs, you allow intuition and inspiration to flow freely. Ideas emerge from a place of pure potentiality, without the limitations of pre-existing thought patterns. Creativity is not something you force yourselves to produce, but something you allow yourselves to receive, by tearing down the barriers of beliefs that tell you you are not capable. Without identifying with reactive and conditioned beliefs, you gain the power of conscious choice. Instead of automatically reacting to events and emotions based on old thought patterns, you can choose how to respond. This freedom of choice is the basis of your sovereignty. You are no longer slaves to your impulses and mental conditioning. You become the masters of your own experience, able to direct your energy and attention to what truly matters, aligned with your true will, not with the will imposed by beliefs. Peace is not the absence of external problems, but rather the absence of internal conflict, the true nature of lasting peace. When you free yourselves from the tyranny of beliefs that keep you in constant struggle and contradiction, you find a peace that transcends circumstances. It is a peace that resides within you, unchangeable and unshakable. This peace is not something you need to seek outside yourselves, but something you already are. It is always present, waiting to be recognized when the noise of the beliefs that disturb you quiets down, allowing the voice of your soul to manifest. Much of human suffering is self-inflicted suffering, created by the mind clinging to negative beliefs, to stories of victimization, to unfulfilled expectations. When you disidentify from these beliefs, the suffering they generate simply disappears. This does not mean you will not feel pain or sadness in the face of life's adversities, but that these emotions will be fleeting, not chronic, and will not define you. You will not cling to them, allowing them to flow through you without leaving lasting marks. The absence of beliefs of attachment and resistance is the portal to the end of suffering fabricated by the mind. The journey to free yourselves from your own limiting beliefs is a continuous journey of self-examination. It is a process of expansion, of transcending the ego's limitations and connecting with your true nature. This journey is not a single event, but a continuous process of deepening and self-knowledge. Each time you choose to observe your beliefs without identifying with them, you free yourselves a little more and expand your consciousness. It is a journey home to your true self, which has always been there, merely obscured by the veil of conditioned beliefs. Who are you when you free yourselves from your own beliefs? You are the freedom of essence. You are pure consciousness, unconditional love, unchanging peace, the source of creativity. You are everything and nothing at the same time, and that is your glory. There is nothing to seek, for you already are. Liberation is not a destination, but an understanding of who you have always been. Allow yourselves to be this freedom, now and always.